Imagine yourself in London, 1750. The air is thick with the scent of coal smoke, damp earth, and perhaps a hint of something more pungent. Yet, through this urban tapestry glided figures of power and fashion, their heads crowned with astonishing architectural masterpieces, the wig. White with powder, meticulously sculpted, these were the ultimate symbols of refinement.
But what if the very foundations of this dazzling display, the secret ingredients, were so unsettling that their full revelation across the channel sends shivers and perhaps a few sneers through respectable London society? The French court at Versailles, the undisputed epicenter of European fashion, was viewed in London with a potent mix of awe and outright scorn.
Their wigs were notorious, bigger, bolder, and often impossibly elaborate. And in 1750, the whispers from across the channel weren't just about new styles, but about the truly grotesque lengths taken to maintain this opulent illusion.
Londoners, always quick to judge French extravagance, found themselves both horrified and morbidly fascinated by what came to be seen as a profound Versailles wig scandal. It wasn't a single event, but a dawning realization of the unsavory truth behind the powdered perfection, a truth that confirmed every British prejudice about French decadence.
To understand the shock, you first need to grasp the sheer scale of the 18th century wig. These weren't subtle hairpieces. For men, they could be flowing perukes or elaborate bags of hair tied back with ribbons. For women, especially at court, they grew into towering constructions, sometimes 2 or 3 feet high, adorned with ribbons, feathers, even miniature ships or gardens.
Maintaining this look was an industry. A single fashionable wig could cost as much as a small house, requiring weeks of skilled labor and vast quantities of hair. But where did all this hair come from? This was the first and perhaps most disturbing secret. While horse and goat hair were used for cheaper wigs, the most prized, most natural-looking, and most expensive wigs demanded human hair.
And in an age of widespread poverty, desperation knew few bounds. Wig makers, or perruquiers, would send agents into the poorest districts of London and Paris, seeking out women willing to part with their locks for a meager sum. Imagine a young woman, perhaps starving, selling the very hair from her head, knowing it would soon adorn the cranium of a wealthy duchess or a powdered duke, a symbol of the vast chasm between their worlds. This trade in human vanity and human need was already unsettling enough. But then came the darker whispers.
Stories circulated, often exaggerated but rooted in grim possibility, of hair being salvaged from the dead in paupers' graves, or even from the heads of executed criminals. While direct, widespread evidence of this being a primary source for high-fashion wigs is scarce, the fear and the rumor of it was very real.
It added a macabre layer to the glamour, suggesting that the very height of fashion might be literally built upon death and destitution. For Londoners, hearing these tales from France would have cemented their perception of a society so obsessed with appearances that it had lost its moral compass. Beyond the source material, there was the living reality of wearing these elaborate creations.
Wigs were not washed frequently, if ever. They were too delicate, too expensive, and too complex to dismantle and reassemble. Instead, they were dressed, which meant applying pomades made from animal fat, often pork lard or bear grease, to help shape the hair, followed by copious amounts of white powder. This combination, however, created a perfect breeding ground for pests.
Lice, fleas, and mites were a constant companion to the fashionable classes.
People would carry long, delicate scratching sticks to alleviate the unbearable itching beneath their elaborate wigs, a discreet yet telling gesture of the hidden discomfort. Imagine the smell, the rancid fat, the unwashed hair, the accumulated sweat, all mingled with the heavy, often scented powder.
Over time, a wig could become a veritable ecosystem of tiny creatures and unpleasant odors. The larger, more intricate wigs, left on stands overnight, were even known to attract mice, who would find the powdered, greased hair a cozy place to nest.
The idea that such a symbol of French opulence and sophistication was, in reality, a festering, itching, possibly vermin-infested burden, provided endless fodder for London's satirists and gossipmongers. In London, newspapers and pamphlets, still in their relative infancy, would have seized upon these details with relish.
Caricaturists would have drawn exaggerated French figures, their wigs bristling with unseen life, their faces contorted in discomfort. This wasn't just about fashion, it was about cultural warfare.
Britain and France were often rivals, both politically and culturally. Any perceived excess or moral failing in French society was eagerly highlighted in London as proof of British superiority, of a more grounded, more sensible approach to life. The Versailles wig scandal became a convenient shorthand for everything Londoners disdained about French aristocratic life: its superficiality, its extravagance, its moral compromises, and its hidden, grotesque realities. The human factor in all of this is the constant struggle to maintain an impossible ideal.
The servants who had to meticulously comb and repowder these wigs daily, often in stifling conditions. The wearers themselves, enduring the discomfort, the heat, the itching, all for the sake of appearing fashionable.
It speaks to a profound social pressure, where status and appearance dictated so much that people were willing to endure significant personal unpleasantness and even moral ambiguity to uphold the illusion. Ultimately, the Versailles wig scandal that shocked London in 1750 wasn't a criminal conspiracy or a single devastating event.
It was the slow, creeping realization of the unsavory truths behind the glamour of French court fashion. It was the understanding that beneath the powdered perfection lay human hair bought from the desperate, animal fat growing rancid, and a teeming population of lice. It was a scandal of hygiene, of class disparity, and of the extreme lengths to which people would go for appearances.
And for London, it was a reaffirmation of their own perceived common sense, a delightful opportunity to cluck their tongues at the excesses of their continental rivals. Today, we might not wear powdered wigs, but the scandals of fashion continue.
From fast fashion's hidden environmental costs to the ethical sourcing of luxury goods, the uncomfortable truths behind our desired appearances still resonate. The story of the Versailles wigs reminds us that throughout history, the pursuit of beauty and status often comes with a hidden price, and that the most dazzling illusions can conceal the most uncomfortable realities. It's a testament to how easily we can be swayed by surface glamour, and how often the true grit of daily life and the surprising origins of our most prized possessions remain carefully hidden beneath a layer of powder and pretense.